At the hospital, a doctor is confused about why an X-ray was ordered for a man who was only bitten on the hand. He asks Nurse Anna to locate the patient, but when she checks the system, she discovers he has already been moved to intensive care, something even stranger for a simple bite. After finishing her shift, Anna returns home to her husband Luis. The two spend the night together in the shower, completely unaware that a television program is suddenly interrupted by an urgent news bulletin. The next morning, Luis wakes up after noticing their neighbor Vivian standing outside the bedroom. But when she steps into the light, he is horrified to see blood covering her face. He tells Anna to call an ambulance and carefully approaches Vivian, trying to help her. Without warning, she lunges forward and bites into his neck. Anna rushes in and shoves Vivian into the hallway while Luis collapses onto the bed. Vivian immediately tries to attack again, forcing Anna to slam the door shut and lock it. Panicked, she covers Luis's wound with a pillowcase and calls emergency services, only to hear a recording saying all lines are busy. As Vivian continues pounding on the door, Luis suddenly dies on the bed, but only for a moment. Seconds later, he comes back as a zombie and attacks Anna. She barely manages to push him away, grab the car keys, and escape as he starts smashing furniture around the room. Anna runs into the bathroom and slips into the bathtub. She tries opening the window, but it refuses to budge. Then everything suddenly goes quiet. Nervously, she walks to the door and calls out Luis's name. Instead of answering, Luis bursts straight through the door. Anna rushes back to the window and this time forces it open. As she climbs out, Luis grabs at her, but she kicks him away and jumps outside. The streets have turned into chaos. People are screaming and running in every direction. Houses burn while explosions light up the distance. Anna tries asking a neighbor what's happening, but the man only points a gun at her and tells her to stay back. Moments later, an ambulance speeds by, runs him over, and keeps going without stopping. When Luis stumbles out of the house, Anna quickly jumps into her car. But Luis leaps onto the vehicle and starts punching the window. Thankfully, he falls off as Anna speeds away. Driving through town is nearly impossible. Other drivers are crashing wildly, and desperate people throw themselves at cars begging for help. On the radio, a host tells everyone to stay inside and lock every door and window. He also warns that not even military bases are safe anymore. Anna eventually reaches the highway, where the destruction is even worse. Cars are wrecked everywhere, explosions continue in the distance, and zombies are tearing apart anyone left exposed. Suddenly, someone yanks open her car door. Anna screams, shoves the man away, and tries to drive off again. But during the struggle, the car veers off the road and slams into a tree. As the zombie apocalypse spreads across the world, authorities attempt to address the press, but they have no idea what caused it or how to stop it. Riots break out as citizens demand answers, while the military takes control of cities in a desperate attempt to contain both the infected and the survivors. Hospitals overflow and buildings explode day after day. When Anna regains consciousness, she is found by police officer Kenneth. Before trusting her, he makes her speak to prove she's still human. The two move on together and soon encounter 3 more survivors, who open fire until they realize Anna and Kenneth aren't zombies. The group explains they've tried multiple roads, but every route is overrun. With no better option left, everyone agrees to head for the mall. As they struggle to force open the entrance, a pack of zombies closes in fast. Kenneth quickly shoots the lock, allowing everyone to rush inside. Just before they can shut the doors, one zombie grabs hold of them, but Kenneth kicks it back and finally seals the entrance. Once inside, they turn on the lights, but the phones are dead. Trapped in a store with locked exits, they smash a toilet through the glass window to break into the mall itself. While Anna washes the blood off herself in a fountain, the others check the front doors and confirm they're securely shut. Andre and Michael volunteer to inspect the remaining entrances, while the rest of the group watches the main lobby. At the back exit, Andre is startled when a zombie suddenly slams itself against the glass, but luckily the barrier is shatterproof. Meanwhile, in the arcade, Michael grabs a large hammer from one of the games after hearing strange noises behind a nearby door. The moment he opens it, a zombie lunges out and tackles him to the floor. The hammer slips from his hand and breaks on impact. Struggling to keep the creature's mouth away from his face, Michael grabs the broken handle and drives it straight through the zombie's head. Back at the main entrance, another zombie appears and grabs Andre's pregnant wife, Luda. Kenneth strikes it with his gun, causing the zombie to turn on him instead. It tackles Kenneth into the water, scratching his arm during the struggle. As they wrestle in the water, Anna picks up Kenneth's dropped gun and fires. The bullet only hits the zombie's shoulder, but it creates enough of an opening for everyone to escape. The group runs for the elevator and reunites with Michael and Andre. But when they reach the upper floor, 3 armed security guards block their path and demand they leave. After a tense argument, Anna manages to convince them to let the group stay, though the guards confiscate all their weapons first. On television, they watch scenes of total chaos as death and destruction spread across the world. They also learn that zombies can only be killed by destroying the brain. During one report, an officer mentions that Fort Pastor is still secure, and Kenneth immediately recognizes it as the base where his brother works. Andre takes Luda to the bathroom, where he notices a cut on her arm. Since it looks minor, he assumes it's nothing serious. Anna searches for a first aid kit and briefly breaks down from the stress, but she forces herself to recover and treats Kenneth's wound. Michael suggests they should reinforce any weak points in the mall and paint a large sign on the roof in case rescue helicopters pass overhead. Meanwhile, the guards head downstairs and find the zombie still twitching in the fountain. He was once one of their own fellow guards, but now they have no choice but to shoot him in the head. After that, they move through the other stores, killing every zombie they find inside. Soon, the guards begin tossing zombie bodies off the roof while the others finish painting their giant SOS signs. From that height, they get a clear view of the town and realize it is completely overrun with zombies. Then, they hear gunshots in the distance. Using binoculars, they spot a man named Andy standing on the roof of his gun store. He holds up a sign saying he's alone, then points toward the sky. A helicopter is passing nearby. The group frantically waves their arms, hoping to be seen, but the helicopter flies past without stopping. That night, the guards lock everyone inside a store so they can't steal supplies. Michael says they need to take action because no help is coming, but Andre still believes the helicopter will return. Kenneth ignores the argument completely. His only focus is reaching Fort Pastor to find his brother. Elsewhere, the guards watch a preacher on TV claiming the zombie outbreak is God's punishment for humanity's sins. The next morning, everyone is awakened when the mall's automatic timers switch on all the lights and music. Every television now shows nothing but static, meaning the broadcast signal is gone. Guard Terry goes searching for the control unit, and Anna spots him. She convinces him to unlock the store so her group can finally go to the bathroom. Terry reaches the control room, shuts off the music, and checks the security cameras. That's when he spots a truck heading straight toward the mall. The moment he alerts everyone, they rush to the roof and argue over what to do. Anna believes they should help any survivors, but CJ and Bart refuse to trust strangers. Terry sides against his fellow guards, giving Michael and Kenneth the perfect chance to punch CJ and Bart, then disarm them. While Terry escorts the 2 guards to the mall holding cell, Anna and Luda quickly make a sign to guide the truck toward the back entrance. But before it can stop properly, the vehicle suddenly reverses and slams into the building. With zombies closing in, Andre and Michael rush outside to help. They gun down every creature that gets near, taking out several zombies before running out of bullets and being forced to retreat inside. Thankfully, the survivors in the truck are unharmed. They intentionally wedged the vehicle against the mall so they could climb directly into the building without exposing themselves to the horde outside. Once everyone is safely inside, Anna announces she'll inspect each newcomer for injuries. Among them is a seriously ill woman being pushed in on a wheelbarrow. Kenneth immediately wants to take the truck and drive to Fort Pastor, but Steve and Norma reveal they came from there and it has already been overrun by zombies. Frustrated, Kenneth heads to the roof, where Andy is waiting for news from across the street. Using another sign, Kenneth tells him the fort has fallen and no rescue is coming. Andy responds with sarcasm, which finally makes Kenneth laugh. Meanwhile, Anna tends to the newcomer's wounds. Terry goes to check on the sick woman, only for her to suddenly die. Anna confirms it by checking her pulse and respectfully covers the body with a blanket. But seconds later, the woman sits upright again. Realizing she is turned into a zombie, everyone panics and runs. Anna grabs a fire poker, and when the woman gets too close, she drives it straight into her eye. After witnessing the transformation and remembering what happened to Lewis, Anna realizes the truth. Being bitten by a zombie is what causes people to turn. Frank has already been bitten, so Anna insists he should be quarantined. But Michael believes they should kill him before he changes, and Kenneth agrees. Anna runs ahead to warn Frank. His daughter Nicole begs the group to spare him, but no one listens. She is given a brief moment to say goodbye before Frank is locked inside a sealed room. Kenneth waits there until Frank transforms, confirming their theory, then shoots him in the head. As days pass, the survivors try to keep themselves sane. Kenneth plays chess with Andy by writing moves on signs across the rooftops. Bart and CJ pass time playing cards in their cell. Anna grows closer to Michael while watching movies with him. Nicole and Terry bond. Under the stars, Steve spends time fooling around with Monica whenever he isn't hitting golf balls from the roof. Sometimes the golf balls strike zombies below because the crowd gathering outside the mall entrance grows larger every single day. The group also begins writing requests on signs for Andy, who uses his incredible aim to shoot whichever zombies they point out. One night, the survivors gather for dinner, sharing stories about the people they've lost. But in the middle of it all, the power suddenly cuts out. Andre immediately rushes to check on Luda, who has become seriously ill, so badly that he is tied her to the bed. Meanwhile, 4 of the men head out to inspect the generator. As they move through the dark halls, they notice blood smeared across the walls. Something shifts in the shadows, and everyone raises their weapons, only to discover it's just a dog. Michael calls the animal over, and it seems friendly at first, but then the dog starts barking wildly. Suddenly, a zombie drops from the ceiling and lands on Bart, biting straight into his neck. The noise attracts even more zombies who appear at the far end of the corridor. The group turns and runs immediately, but it's already too late for Bart. He is left behind and torn apart by the horde. Kenneth and Michael open a security gate so the others can cross through. CJ smashes a zombie in the face long enough for them to slam it shut again. They quickly secure it with a padlock, then start shooting the zombies trying to climb over. But ammunition is running low. When one zombie falls, it rips part of the gate down with it. Michael spots a fuel pump and sprays gasoline over the zombies. CJ then tosses a lighter, triggering a massive explosion that burns the entire group of zombies alive. At the same time, Andre watches Luda take her final breath. He kisses her goodbye, heartbroken. But when he checks her pregnant belly, he is stunned to see the baby still moving inside. Moments later, Luda suddenly reawakens as a zombie. Staying calm, Andre carefully straps a belt around her mouth to stop her from biting while she gives birth. Elsewhere, Norma realizes she hasn't seen Luda in a while and goes to check on her. She enters the room and finds Andre holding a newborn baby while Luda growls on the bed behind him. Without hesitation, Norma opens fire and kills Luda. Furious, Andre shoots back. Norma continues firing, and in the chaos, both of them end up killing each other. Hearing the gunshots, the others rush into the room just in time to hear Norma's final words. Terry wants to shoot her again, but Anna explains she died from the gunshot wound, meaning she won't turn. Then they check the baby and discover it has become a tiny zombie. With no other choice, they put it down as well. After moving the bodies and restoring the generator, Kenneth tells the group that waiting around to die is worse than death itself. Anna agrees, saying she refuses to die trapped in the mall. Then, Michael reveals he found 2 buses in the garage, and with enough reinforcement, they might be able to use them to escape. Steve jokingly mentions taking his boat instead, but the group quickly realizes that reaching the nearest island by water might actually be their best chance. Soon, everyone begins using every tool they can find in the mall to reinforce the buses, spending most of their days working non-stop. During one quiet break, Anna and Michael finally grow closer and sleep together for the first time. Although they barely have any ammunition left, the group plans to pick up Andy on the way out, since he likely still has extra guns. Kenneth shares the escape plan with him using rooftop signs. Andy replies with just one word: hungry. Kenneth notices how much weight Andy has lost. The buses still need more time to finish, so the group now has one more urgent problem. They need to find a way to send Andy food before escape day arrives. Remembering that the dog stayed unharmed during the earlier attack, the group decides to use him to deliver supplies and radio to Andy. Their theory proves correct when the dog runs straight through the zombies without being attacked. But the moment Andy opens the small dog door to let him in, zombies try forcing their way inside. Andy quickly shoots them back and slams the opening shut. When he grabs the radio, he delivers terrible news. He has been bitten. Nicole panics and immediately steals the truck, driving to the gun store to rescue the dog. She parks right outside and runs inside as zombies begin climbing onto the vehicle. Through the radio, the group hears Nicole searching for the dog. Kenneth checks the store roof from afar, only to discover Andy is already gone. His rooftop sign is now covered in blood. When zombie Andy returns inside the shop, Nicole is forced to hide from him. A few of the men decide to rescue Nicole, knowing it's also their best chance to collect more guns. They enter the sewers, leaving Steve behind to guard the door. After a long crawl through the tunnels, they emerge in the middle of the street and instantly have to open fire to keep the zombies back. Kenneth drops several of them, but one zombie manages to rip the gun from his hands. The group jumps into the truck, drives across, and squeezes through the dog door into the store just before the zombies can reach them. Inside, they grab as many weapons as possible, then follow a trail of blood across the floor until they find Andy pounding on a locked door. Kenneth sadly apologizes to his friend before shooting him in the head. Nicole is finally rescued. Now they need a way back. CJ heads to the roof, throws down a fuel tank, and shoots it, causing a huge explosion. As burning zombies stumble around below, the group uses the distraction to sprint through the streets, shooting any zombies still standing. They make it back to the sewer entrance, but a few zombies shove Tucker, sending him crashing into the hole and breaking his leg. CJ orders the others to keep moving while he stays behind to help Tucker. Soon, zombies begin jumping into the sewers as well. CJ shoots several of them, then hands Tucker the guns so Tucker can fire while CJ drags him forward. But there are too many. The zombies reach Tucker and begin tearing him apart. Knowing he's finished, Tucker begs CJ to end it. With no choice, CJ shoots his friend in the head, then runs to catch up with the others. Eventually, the group reaches the mall entrance, but Steve is nowhere to be found to open the door. As zombies climb the stairs behind them, the men fire desperately to hold them back. At the last second, Anna arrives and lets them in. They can't shut the door because zombies are holding it open, so everyone is forced to run deeper inside. Once reunited with the others, the survivors, along with the dog, rush into the elevator and slam the door shut before the zombies can reach them. They descend into the garage and find Steve there, doing nothing. Furious, everyone insults him. The group splits into 2 buses and finally escapes the mall by smashing through the garage gates. Outside, the streets are packed with zombies, making it difficult for the buses to move. The survivors fire through the windows, while Steve even uses a chainsaw to cut down a few of them. When the horde becomes too dense, CJ throws another fuel tank and shoots it, creating a massive blast that clears the road ahead. The buses race through town, dodging wrecked cars. Then, Kenneth notices a zombie hanging onto one of the buses and makes a sudden turn to shake it loose. The violent swerve sends Glenn crashing down with the chainsaw onto Monica. The bus loses control, slams into a fence, and flips onto its side. The second bus turns back to help, but Steve grabs a gun and refuses to assist Kenneth. He steps outside alone, only for a zombie to jump on him. The others rush over to rescue their friends, but Anna is horrified to discover that both Monica and Glenn have been killed by the chainsaw accident. Then she turns and sees Steve, now transformed into a zombie, lunging at her. Anna shoots him in the head. Terry kills the zombie that attacked with the bus, but the gunshots draw the attention of a massive horde. The group opens fire to buy time while Anna runs back to Steve's body to grab the boat keys. She shoots several zombies herself, then, with cover from the others, makes it back to the bus. Michael pulls her inside, and CJ kills the zombies crowding the door so they can finally slam it shut. The bus speeds away at full force and smashes through a gate, finally reaching the pier. It nearly plunges straight into the water, but at the last second it gets stuck on the edge. The survivors waste no time and sprint toward the boats as zombies flood into the area behind them. But CJ is quickly surrounded. With no escape left, he fires his last fuel tank, triggering a huge explosion that wipes out the zombies around him, sacrificing himself in the process. The others prepare to leave, but Michael suddenly reveals that he has been bitten. Knowing there's no hope for him, he says a final goodbye to Anna and pushes the boat away from the dock. Once his friends are safely out of range, Michael ends his own life with a gunshot. In the end, only Anna, Kenneth, Nicole, Terry, and the dog survive. As they sail across open water, they come across another boat carrying a zombie inside. They quickly kill it and continue forward. Many days later, their fuel is gone and their food has started to rot. At last, they reach an island that seems like salvation. But the moment they arrive, they realize the island is already overrun with zombies too.